many like cultural movies that come from studios are like so careful to like, we're never going to make fun of anything, and it's all very serious, and we're taking this very seriously because we don't care about this subject matter, but we can't look offensive. And the fact that Shang-Chi was so clearly like written by and created by people who were joyful about like a cultural experience that they were sharing is fucking revolutionary. It is.
We're live, by the way.
Oh, great.
Nothing inappropriate was there.
Everything.
No.
Not
Yet.
Hey.
Not yet.
I'll find a way to say something inappropriate.
You're inappropriate.
Oh. You're breathtaking.
Yeah.
I'm out appropriate.
Thank you. I also
Nice.
I have also watched Encanto.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, so many times.
I still have to
Like-
see that movie.
We don't talk
Bruno,
about
oh,
Bruno.
good.
Everybody's talked about it, so it's okay. You're not gonna spoil anything.
We don't
Yeah,
talk
no.
about Bruno.
There's nothing to talk about. It's just like, it's just
It was
great.
our wedding. It was our wedding.
Our
day.
wedding day.
There wasn't
there
a
wasn't
cloud
a
in the sky.
No clouds allowed in the
sky.
Listen, pick a part. And I'll pick a part, you
I do
shithead.
all the parts like my daughter does.
No,
That's like me.
it's cute when a baby does it, not when you do. Pick a side.
Thunder.
You tell this story, or my. I'm sorry, media.
I need to find a musical I can just break into song like you guys, man.
There are
Nerd.
I would
there are
recommend
dozens.
Repo, the Genetic Opera.
Dozens.
Genetic Opera? Oh,
Repo
man,
the
that's a
Genetic
rough one.
Opera?
I guess. I'll try.
Have you not seen Repo the Genetic
I have
Opera?
seen it. I have seen it. I'm just trying to think. I don't think there's any songs that would go well with for me. I guess I could try the opera.
Where's
singer,
my
guys.
goddaughter gone? No?
What other dice do I
Yeah,
need?
surprise, she's my goddaughter.
What dice do I want to throw at you today?
Everything.
Okay.
Okay, my friend Steven doesn't watch our stream. But this is not
Steven.
Say
Boo.
Steven? Like
Steven. Yes, that's his
SCHE?
gamer's name. Yes, Steven. And Steve's, I still haven't been able to get to a post office because the post office near me has been closed repeatedly, I think because of staffing issues. So I haven't been able to get him the rest of his Secret Santa gift. So he got part of his Secret Santa gift already. But his other part is, come on, 2014. Come on, show the camera. Show the
What is
camera.
that? An ice cube? I can't make it out.
It's a dice
Is it a
set.
dog?
but-
It's a dice.
Is there a
No, it's a
orb in
rubber
it?
ducky.
Oh,
rubber
I saw
ducky.
those.
There's a little rubber
Oh,
ducky.
Yeah, I showed you.
It's me, she
Wait,
wants
have I already
to.
showed you guys? It's really been that long since
Okay,
I
can we just... Maybe we should just make our whole band
So much
actually bards.
Years
And then that
roll
would justify all this breaking into
rubber
song.
ducky.
Listen, I am here for
17
Team
have
Dwarven
come and
Bard. We can
gone.
have just 5 Dwarven Bards.
Chaotic.
It can be a
I'll
threat.
raise Shiloh
I think it's a
with the
threat.
best
We could be
intentions.
barbarians.
Frankly, I think it would fit the party more, to be
Barbarians.
honest. Give us a bit of a...
There is something
It's a
I
niche.
can't hear.
Listen,
I'm
whenever we
lost
want to run
in
that off
jam.
campaign, yeah.
All the random singing would actually contribute to the progress of the game, too.
I am only
Definitely.
living out a lie.
I'm tapping my
Shut
forehead now,
up.
right? That's some
I'm
genius
done.
thinking.
I'm out.
Assassin, murderer, monster. Jun.
Mute him. Can we mute him?
No, I
I can
control.
mute anyone.
He's
Yeah,
in
you can.
control.
Okay.
I timed. I
Assassin,
was.
murderer,
Someone was
monster,
in
dead.
chat with me last week, and I just timed them out, and it kicked them out of thing. They couldn't type into Discord or
Hey.
anything.
It happens.
Yeah,
Did they deserve it?
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
like not in like a bad way. They were just like, oh, okay. my friend disagreed with me, so I timed him out.
That is the
That's
way.
how friendship
This
works,
is everyone. I just want. That is not how friendship works.
right? Pretty sure.
Then the narrator. That was not how
Limited
friendship
power.
That's how power works.
Unlimited power.
I'm sorry, Eric. I feel like I'm apologizing a lot now.
That's
Do it all the
not
time.
regal, my friend. That's not regal.
But can we make it regal?
Yes, it turns out they could.
Eagle
It was
cinema.
really easy.
You know, we need to make Nymodian nobles and get them killed in the first...
I told you, you're not allowed to
I
play
know,
Nemodians
I
in that Star Wars
know.
game I'm running.
I know, but it'd be so good!
Anyway, speaking of games that we run,
This one.
we should probably
This
play some
This
D&D in the Frozen Far.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Yep.
El Diablo's game.
I put on more epic music this time.
Okay, so what I recall is that we left to do a long rest. That is the last thing that I remember us doing.
No.
Left the
I
Veil of
thought,
Shadows
I thought
to do a
we
long
didn't
rest.
actually do the long rest. He said to not.
I
Make it.
believe I need to roll the
something's gonna
die.
happen.
Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
roll
Yeah.
stuff.
It's gonna see if
We're
something
leaving the
happens
area.
as we're leaving.
Yay!
No, as
I'm gonna
like
see if something
overnight.
happens
Yeah,
while you're
'cause-
sleeping.
I'm almost out of.
Well, you're fine. Nothing approaches
Alright.
you while you sleep. Because
Long
you guys
rest.
did. Somebody rolled like a 22 or something on a survival check as well.
It was
so
me.
that helps when you're trying
Yeah.
to rest. You know, rolling
I'm
a
real
good
good at
survival check.
surviving, guys. So great.
Nothing in the PHP about that. Just
It-
something.
Just
DMs
regular.
have been doing for a long time.
Regular survival.
Institutional D&D knowledge.
All right, so we've got our shit back.
Mhm.
Do we want to go back in there and see if there's anything else that the druid's vague description might be referring to as the great evil that we have to get rid of? Or
Yes.
do we want to just
Yeah.
call it that weird Yeti thing?
No.
Nah.
Is that a Gundam? What is that?
That's
It's the
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi Lego dragon
Getting distracted.
Oh, sorry. It was
with Shang-Chi.
yes. All right, so we want to go back. Okay. Let's bring up the crypt map then, because we checked out one tiny part of it.
I will.
Gonna root out the corruption. It's gonna be great, man.
I'm not paralyzed anymore. I can remove that.
I'm not paralyzed.
I just never unparalyzed myself.
I always forget that Finger 11 was popular in the United States as well.
What?
Really?
It was just that one.
She was
that
just
one
singing Finger 11,
I'm not
Paralyze Her.
paralyzed,
But she goes to Niagara
I
Falls
do
all the time.
by you.
That
Yeah.
doesn't.
You know what? Just because half my family literally lives there.
It's like, oh, I've been to England. I must listen to the Who. What? That doesn't.
Who doesn't
Yeah.
in England, right? Everyone.
Fun fact: I won a hula hoop competition in
A
gym
who?
class to
Hula
that
hoop?
song.
A who?
Paralyzer.
Hoop.
I just went to the
Hoop.
beat of the song and I won.
You.
And now I
Nice.
don't know how to hula hoop.
I have a bold and potentially unpopular opinion. I don't think anyone knows how to hula hoop. I think that
No.
people
No,
are
I-
lying.
I dated a woman who
Hooper? Yeah.
she could hula hoop. She literally could just hula hoop until
Do the arms
her
and
bones
the
fell
neck
off.
and the-
No.
Yeah.
I don't
Like-
think she really could hula hoop. I think that she just like
No,
like Nick
she
like
came to
Nick
my
Miller. She
cousin's
just memorized
wedding.
a lot of words.
She came to my cousin's wedding, and they were like, "We're gonna do a thing. Instead of tapping the glass, you got to hula hoop." And she's just like, "Oh, I can hula hoop." And then she just did it once, and everyone's like, "Well, we're not doing that again."
They just had to keep
So
kissing the whole
she
time.
ruined,
Weird.
she ruined the hula hoop thing. It's
I mean,
great.
I appreciate that because I hate the weird glass tappy thing. Anyways, I'm just like, just say no. You could just say no to people.
It's fine. I think we broke up a week later.
Because
You took some to. Sorry, no, we
What
can't.
the
We
heck?
can't even get distracted. I can't.
Oh,
D&D, guys. We're rooting out the corruption. Let's go.
All right. So let's mark where we've been. So we've been to this. Wait, how do you do this? This cave thing here, right? That's where the Yeti was, right?
where did we
Correct.
come
Yeah.
from? Actually,
You're in the top. You're in the
Where
top
did we
left. That's
go?
where you came from. But
Okay.
if you right click, it'll point. This virtual tabletop brought to you by Owlbear Rodeo. This is a free online resource you can use to run your own D&D tabletop. Doesn't have to be D&D actually, but you know.
Oh, we just lost that sponsor. Okay,
Oh,
so
there,
we made our way
rodeo.
somehow to here, and then discovered this.
yep.
And then was it in this cave that we got attacked by the what were they, shades or shadows? What was that?
The Yeti.
Oh.
No. When we tried
No.
to camp,
We tried to
got-
take a nap.
Literally
and then we were
anywhere,
attacked.
anywhere we tried to stay,
You've
there are
only
shades of weird.
gone to here.
yes, that's correct. That's
And
correct.
We
here.
inspected this nothing
You
burger
haven't gone
statue.
here, or here,
Let's go to.
Okay, all right.
Let's go
or
to.
here.
So let's.
Let's,
I mean,
let's
does
it-
cross off this?
Does anyone have the augury spell? We can just see like
Where?
how our
Okay,
day's
sure.
gonna go.
That looks the most menacing, so sure, why not?
Yeah.
Wait, what's
Double
there?
this.
Oh, it looks scary. There's like torches and shit.
Why do we want to go
Yeah,
to
but
the
we're
spooky
skipping- We're
place?
skipping 3 other entrances. All right, fine. We'll go to the really spoopy place.
No. I want
Nice.
the group to decide that. But that's what my vote is.
The group will decide your fate.
How do I erase this?
I'm just
You can't now.
click it. Maybe click it and it.
How about hit undo? How about get the eraser? And
I erased it.
I just hit undo
Good
as well.
job, Dave.
Anyways, so I mean, yeah, like we could try and go to that. Like, can we see that if we like retrace our steps back over to the Yeti cave and then we walk up to this nothing burger statue? Can we see that very fancy entrance?
Like from up here?
I'm asking the DM.
If we
Yes.
watch my person, you can go.
Yes, you can see things.
Listen, it's the Veil of Shadows, so I'm not going to pretend like we can see everything.
It's fair.
I think at one point you guys had lit some of the torches around some of these crypts.
Yeah, we were lighting as we went to the center area, were we not?
Yeah, we were crypt walking.
The ones that are lit, like, you know, it would be like through like a gloomy night, right? Like if this is just a gloomy place.
Bunch of gloomy guesses.
Your light source only light only travels half as far here, but you know, there's still light. You guys did an 8-hour rest, so that means I think it's morning now, which would mean the sun is out. So there would be it's probably dim light in here, but it's a perpetual gloom. It's not like you can't see stuff far away. It's just dark, right?
Yes.
You know, like being in the mountains when the sun's not quite crested over, you know, a mountain. So like you're in a shadow.
I like to imagine that the brightness is turned down here, and that's sort of the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, with that in mind, what do we see when we look over and we see this very fancy looking? Does it actually like look fancy? Like
that one? Yeah.
Yeah, this bad boy.
Let's see. That is the.
It's really small for the viewers, so they don't know. But I'm circling a very fancy entrance.
This is the largest crypt in the Vale, a 15-foot long and 5-foot wide stone. Wait, is that the right one? Oh, it's that one, is it? 2 ancient bronze statues flank the brick archway entrance to this tomb. The left statue depicts a robed figure praying. The right statue has partially crumbled with age. The broken head lies nearby. 2 braziers, lit with ever-burning flames, provide light, but no heat.
Do they look like do the statues look like they're the same like time or quality as the statue that we examined over?
The one in the middle?
The center, yeah.
So the center one's made of stone. These ones are made of bronze. But, I mean, they seem to be... They're incredibly similar style, right?
Hmm. Well, let me pull out my gnomish art history degree and just say... no.
It is useful, for sure.
Yeah.
It's been working.
Yeah.
But, so, they look like they're, like, a similar style, but, like, do they look like they're the same age approximately? Like, were they built the same time or something like that? Like, does it look like it?
Are you proficient in masonry or metalworking, like smiths?
I am proficient in smith's tools.
Okay, so why don't you give me a check, proficiency plus intelligence.
Hey, Eric, is Marcus proficient in the smiths?
He is.
Okay, that's an 18 plus 3 plus 4, so that is a 25?
18 plus 3 plus 4? Yeah. So the bronze work is definitely what people would consider ancient, but it's not bad. It's quite possible this is a contemporary with the Netherese, which right, but doesn't check any Netherese boxes. Like, there's not, like, these don't appear specifically to be wizards or anything. Also, there's not a lot about the Netherese being this far north. Not that they couldn't have been, because they had flying cities, but
this does not look like a crashed flying city.
No. But it's probably around that several thousand years old. It's not like bronze. Yeah. Crumbles to dust without bronze disease. Ooh.
Well, like, does it appear as though it has aged appropriately? Like, so the style is thousands of years old. Okay, so but it has like the appropriate level of wear and tear.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
not like
the one has like the head is the head and shoulder have like fallen off, and
that happens when bad things happen.
If you wanted to do crime scene investigations, you could start, like, well, there's a boulder over there. If that boulder fell and struck that just right, like, But also, these are several. What did I say? Like 20 feet tall. These are tall stat. You'd have to climb up and everything to really start brushing snow off.
So,
but you could,
yeah.
But yeah, they definitely match the style of the middle one.
Okay.
But there's nothing that catches your eye. Like, there's nothing super descriptive about them. Maybe they've been worn away with age, so that like whatever markings that were important aren't there anymore. It's also possible that they were painted at one time and they no longer are.
The stone one almost certainly was. As we know, most stone statues are, from ancient times tended to be painted very colorfully.
No, everything was gray. Everything was gray before 1950. Everyone knows that.
As we know, marble is just pure white, and that's yeah.
And that's it.
And nobody asked any other questions, and anyone who had questions could shut the fuck up.
Hello.
Weird question. Are there bodies around?
Nope.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Damn it! I was just gonna say something.
Because we know that they bury people here, right? Like, are they not
in the crypts around
inside the crypts?
Inside the crypts.
Yeah,
they're still underground.
But
like, you're on hard packed snow, which is on like hard stone.
Yeah. No, my question, it was because like we were in a crypt that had a yeti in it, but like we didn't see any fucking bodies.
That one wasn't a crypt. That's literally just like a yeti's cave.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we haven't actually been in any crypts yet.
You haven't been in any crypts. You'll notice that the only one that doesn't have a torch is the yeti cave.
Well, I noticed now.
Now that somebody's pointed it out to me, I do notice that. Thank you.
Well, before we had the map, I mean, I'm actually, it's really amusing how we ended up like in the middle, because of all our twists and turns. And we skimmed like every crypt. I did
go. I think I went like counterclockwise, and I was like, "Do you want to go in this crypt?" You went,
yeah.
I went, "Do you want to go in this crypt?" You went,
Yeah.
Do you want to go in this crypt?
Yeah. No. I
want to go in this cave.
Yeah. No. I remember we took a really odd way to travel, but of course, seeing it in the map now, it's hilarious because we've left all these crypts behind us. So I'm a little bit like, do we want to go to that last one and do that one first, or do we want to start at the first one?
Well, why don't we just go check out this one that's like closest to the statue, and just see what's going on there?
Oh, that one.
Because if we are in like,
that one's not close. That one's on.
You can climb in Icewind Dale. You can't climb this. In real life, you can just climb that. That's like 10 feet. That's not a problem.
Like you got to give me a little boosty because I'm a wee
the video game
lad.
You walk all the way back around, but this is not a video game,
right?
No.
Just like in the video game, you would have to travel 8 hours if you wanted to rest outside of the Veil of Shadows. Obviously not in regular D&D, because there's places outside of this location.
Right.
So yeah, you want to go to that one? We can go to that one. That's the Northern Crypt.
What does everyone else think?
Well, just because we were saying that we were essentially... We weren't assuming that we were all standing there. We were all said we were going back to the center, right? Did I mishear that? Did I just decide that we were doing that?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I did decide that, didn't I?
Where's Bambi? I haven't seen her for a little while.
Either way, she just wandered off. I will go anywhere because I feel like it's just, I don't know exactly where this corruption might be, or maybe it's multiple nodes somewhere, but...
True. Very
on
true.
To the next location. We'll keep poking in, and then if we're going to die, we go out again.
So the Northern Crypt?
Yeah, let's go to the Northern Crypt first.
Okay. Because that still is closest to us if we're following the game path.
Mm-hmm. It is the closest.
Within the Northern Crypt, there's going to be... So this one is well below your skill level, just because that's the way it works sometimes. There's 18 skeletons, like, ready to fight. And that is like such a low bar. Like you guys just be like. So if you guys wish, you can just destroy these skeletons. Like,
yes,
you won't get any experience or anything, but they'll be dead.
Time.
Yeah, they're absolutely no match for you guys.
Hitman mode and just
okay, cool. Yeah, we kill all of them.
Yeah. And then there is no loot within this cave.
Fair.
And what you realize is that this place has certainly been picked over many, many times. It's pretty simple. It's got flagstone floors, and it's somewhat symmetrical where you come in and then there's like there's like statues set in the wall, and then there's this set of stairs on either side of those statues, and then there's just a bunch of like what do they call them when it's just like a hole in the wall and you just shove a body in there that's like, you know, wrapped. Right. That's it. It's real simple. But of course there are no bodies because the bodies always ends up rising as skeletons. Circle of life. Considering this is the closest to the entrance, it's quite possible that people are just like, huh! And they throw a body in and they fucking get the fuck out of here. Because people from Kuldahar do inter their dead here. It's just that a lot of people find this place very creepy, as you would imagine.
No, rightfully so. I mean, in terms of okay, so we just fought how many skeletons?
15? Like 18, something like that. It's not
18. How many slots are in the wall for bodies?
Oh, tons. Like
right.
50, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like, I guess, I mean, unless we want to spend time like looking for secret passages and stuff, but I mean, I think like what David said, I mean, it seems to have been picked over. And this is the first spot.
This place also, like inside, there are ever burning torches in a bunch of spots, but like there's no chests or anything. There's bones that litter the ground, obviously, because you know adventurers want to come here and then slaughter some skeletons and then take anything worth of money and then they leave.
Free low level XP, why not grind?
Yeah,
the grind. Yeah. Are there any like using the like from alive to skeleton, are there any fresher bodies that are hanging out here?
Fresher bodies.
No.
Thank you. Well, I'm trying,
I know.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And if there were, they'd probably be a zombie.
Spooky boy.
Right.
Well, I meant more because Daryl. I know that Darylith might want to like do his like special boy rights on them, just to make sure that they stay where they're meant to go.
Daryl, if you have the sense that no amount of consecration is going to stop the undead from rising in this region.
This place, my friend, is not, let's say, balanced in a way that will prevent the dead from coming back. We should probably not worry about consecration. It is too much touched by darkness.
It's too...
Music
its
to
Venn
my
diagram
ears.
is too much intersecting with the plane of shadow.
That's what he said.
That's what it sounds like.
What you're saying to me is we could just desecrate things willy-nilly. This is great news. I don't have to worry about your...
No. Say that exactly, but never mind.
It won't matter. What are they going to do? Come back? Oh no, they're already going to do that.
Every tombstone in the area.
One thing you do notice is when you enter, like the skeletons don't really take notice of you until you fully enter.
Okay, that's interesting.
The tomb. They don't seem interested in leaving.
They don't have eyeballs. They don't have good eyesight.
Are they my dogs?
Says the one who has bad eyesight.
Hey. Accurate.
This place is just normal for Xanon.
It is. I'm like, this is how it always looks.
You guys normally see that far?
All right. Well, if there's
light?
no, I guess we'll take a quick last look to see if there's any sort of cultural or I don't know, like details that we can derive from it. But if it's just like a typical crypt, then let's just go to the second one then.
There's definitely, you know, like little marks, like people have written, you know, like rest in peace, so and so, you know. But none of it feels significant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like significant for that person, but not like,
of course,
but not like fancy boy corruption significant.
Yeah.
I'm just
and
gonna
there's
sit here and
certainly
be like,
There's certainly like some of these alcoves. Is this the right word? Alcoves.
Yes.
To be an alcove.
Yes, this is the right word.
Does everybody remember In Bruges? The fucking alcoves.
Yeah. Okay.
Where like people have like carved something in, and then it's like either been crossed out or worn away, where it's like illegible, and then they've written something else again. Like this place has been reused over and over and over again. For some reason, the people of Kuldahar are just like trapped in this weird cycle of like, we'll just huck our dead in this place. That's a real fucking fun journey, and then they're gonna come back as undead apparently.
Listen, if you find that all of a sudden there's a sinkhole that you can just throw things in and never have to worry about them, yeah.
But they do kind of have to worry about them. That's the thing. That doesn't make any sense.
Here's the thing: they
don't stay.
They don't leave the veil.
They don't leave the
veil.
Yeah.
Right. There's no evidence of that.
Well, that actually is kind of convenient. I mean, just because they turn it undead isn't necessarily a threat if they don't leave, right? So,
and the fact that your dead protect themselves. No one, like in theory, people like low-level grave robbers. Grave robbers. I thought I was gonna flub it, and then I didn't.
But so you flubbed it for yourself, don't worry.
Yeah, when low-level grave robbers are immediately deterred because this place will just bring you back as a skeleton to protect your riches.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, okay, since that was the first chamber, I mean,
do you want to check out?
Marcus has the right idea. Just go to the last crazy one.
Well, why don't we hoof it down to this bad boy? Just peek in and see if that's sort of like this. If it's the same vibe. This one.
Okay.
This one.
So that's north.
See if that's like the same vibe. Because if it is the same vibe, then yeah, let's just boot it.
Mm-hmm.
Just boot it.
Boot it.
Boot it.
I was more concerned of getting attacked from behind, but if these things are just staying within their crypts, then yeah, let's just go for the maybe too obvious one.
None of you are trained in survival, right? Is anybody trained in nature? I know Xanon has your best survival because of high wisdom, but
no, my nature's +4.
That's not bad. But nobody's trained in nature?
No. Actually, my survival is +5 because of the wisdom, but I'm not trained.
It's unlikely the Yetis would be able to live here.
Yeah,
if the undead straight up roamed this area, right? Because like
good point. Yep.
Undead aren't going to be like, oh, I don't see that Yeti over there because it's got white fur and it's snow. Like,
well, I mean, it was also touched by something evil and dark.
It was, it was a very spooky Yeti.
I get your point. Yeah,
okay. Normally, like that cave is clearly where Yetis live,
right?
Whereas these other places.
Well, I'm not trained in nature. How would I know?
This is one of the times when your book would help, actually, because Yetis are native to.
Yeah, but this isn't. No, but the last time I tried to pull out the book, you said we're not there, so it doesn't count.
Well, you weren't looking up Yetis. I'm pretty sure you were looking up something about. You wanted to know about like the statues and stuff.
Yeah. I wanted to look at the history of Icewind Dale, parts 1 and 2. Frostbite. That we're in Icewind Dale, are we not?
No, you're not.
See?
You're in the Spine of the World Mountains.
Oh!
I don't understand how that's not also. Again, I actually don't.
Didn't you have a book about the flora and fauna, though? Didn't I give you a magic? I turned it into a magic book.
You did. You gave me
magical things.
Yes, I have. I do. I have Frostbite and Glaciers, A Guide to Icewind Dale, 5 unremarkable books on military tactics. I have 120 years of personal journals from my Draconic Instructor. I continue to read those every night, by the way. I have Tunnels and Toadstools, an Underdark guide, and Summits and Crags, a mountain guide.
Summits and Crags,
as well, as well as the Harple books. They have grimoires on Jared Stones and other stones of power and Hellmouths.
Jared Stone, Hellmouths.
It just out of curiosity, this does not happen to be in that book as a Hellmouth or another stone of power, huh?
No.
This is technically a summit and a crag, I will say.
It is a crag.
That would probably be useful for looking up Yetis as well, yes. It's general, like that's like general mountain knowledge. That's not like specific Veil of Shadow. Right?
Okay, the nature check when we get it aside. I mean, you've made your point. It all makes sense now. Like what I was saying before was like, yeah, this is like a bad place, and they're throwing bodies in here. That doesn't make any sense. But the fact that the bodies stay, and they seem to kind of stay put too, so much so that a wild yeti can live in this area, whether or not it gets touched by the plane of shadow or whatever, notwithstanding, means that everything kind of stays in its own place. So my biggest concern earlier was just that we'd get ambushed because we skipped so many potential, murder holes. But the fact that everything just kind of like hangs out where it's supposed to hangs out, I'm not concerned about that anymore. So yeah, I'm all for going to the bronze statue, eternal flame, super creepy crypt. Just probably
the creepiest crypt.
I mean, I do have more questions about like the theological aspirations of these tree people, these fancy tree worshipping people that just like huck their dead wherever. But like,
I mean, you gotta feed the tree.
The tree's not here though.
It was just a joke.
But the tree's not here.
What if?
That would make more sense.
You need to play 3.5, a game where all the answers make sense. Okay, so as you approach this crypt, one of the torches is lit, one of them isn't.
Ooh.
And despite a bit of snow in the entranceway, Derelith Fell, with his very high passive perception, notices at least part of a partly covered glyph in the entranceway.
Hark!
Ooh.
I sense a partly covered glyph in the entranceway.
Hark?
When did you start talking like that?
Did you just watch The Lighthouse the other night?
Yeah, right.
Or something? But you like me lobster, right? Say it, you like me lobster!
That movie.
I love that movie.
It was something.
You guys are talking about, I thought we're talking about this one here, right? I'm not crazy? We're talking about this one?
Yeah, the one at the...
Yeah.
Okay.
The most ornate of beings.
Sorry, I didn't know how to collect everyone.
Wait. This door? No,
Yeah.
we were talking about this door.
No, this is the one you guys highlighted.
the big one.
Yeah.
Let's go.
No,
for the glyph.
we're going
to the glyph.
we're looking at the middle one out on our way to the big door. We're seeing if it's the same.
That's true. Actually, no. Yeah, Bambi
If you
did
find out what the glyph says, don't say it out loud. Think about it first.
All right. Well, I point out.
Say friend and enter.
Let's
Candyman.
Candyman. Why
Is it so?
It says Candyman. That doesn't make sense. I mean, Candyman.
Tony Todd attacks
Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Okay. So I point out the glyph, and I immediately say,
I don't joke about that shit, guys.
Look, I only said it 4 times, all right? So, yeah, let's just hold for a second and examine this. So Xanon said, let's be careful not to speak anything out loud. Can anyone identify this? I don't know. What's the skill needed for that?
Is it
Arcana?
You can attempt an Arcana. If you're trained in Arcana, you can attempt Arcana. Yes.
All right. Well, I think Marcus is also
Anybody who's trained in Arcana can attempt an Arcana.
I have a +5, and I am actually trained.
Then do it.
I'm not trained anymore in Arcana.
Oh, okay.
You became a bard and you chose not to be trained in magic?
I have deception and performance.
Okay.
All right.
Eric is the actor he's always dreamed of being.
He does all the deception and all the performing.
Why he went Harvard the Bard College. He's like, yep, I'm an awesome actor. And I'm like,
he was always a bard.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Eric is a real life bard.
What did you roll?
I rolled a natural 20, so I got 25.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. It is certainly some kind of glyph of warding. You're not sure what, I don't think you can identify. You can identify that it is literally the glyph of warding spell, but you can't know what spell or whatever effect is cast into it just with an Arcana check. But you do know that a dispel magic would get rid of it. Depending on how powerful it is, it might only suppress it for a time.
Okay.
It's also possible that you can walk around the glyph.
Well, okay. So first of all, can we just sort of uncover any snow in the immediate area to see if there's buried body parts?
I just imagine like a homunculus with a little tiny broom.
Well, Sure. Actually, I have. I think I have Unseen Servant. I don't.
I can use Mage Hand and just.
Yes, use the Mage
Yes!
Hand. There we go. Finally.
Every
Every time I can.
session, we're like,
Mandy
when can you use
has
Mage
2
Hand?
servants, and yet they refuse to do manual labor.
Hey,
I'm just
I
saying,
do like it, though.
Kelemvor would very much like to touch things. He's a little curious boy.
Oh my
little
god.
homunculi.
He would touch it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Use Mage Hand and
to brush away more. You don't see any more glyph. You brush away the snow. There's only the one glyph. It's basically dead center.
Yep.
So naturally walking in normally, you would probably step within its sphere of influence. I believe that you have to be. I'm sure there's a different thing. This one will only go off if you step within 5 feet of it, so you can kind of just like inch along the wall, and you can bypass it. Of course, that doesn't stop you. If you end up running out of here for some reason, that's obviously
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Can we see inside?
yeah,
the gloom prevents you from seeing inside.
pretty good.
It's not like the crypt is like it starts immediately. There's these go into the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
A fun crit.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm a grab. Go in my bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab another torch. I'm just gonna light the torch and I'm gonna huck it in there.
I have a question, Mr. DM, sir.
Oh,
If you find change or money in a crypt, is it cryptocurrency?
Get out.
No, not unless you use it to buy. Unless you try to human traffic people with it, then it doesn't.
Bambi, why don't you, instead of you chucking in that torch, I'll use my Mage Hand and just carry it in.
Oh, there you go.
Again.
Mage
Or
Hand. Just keep on using it.
Eric fucked up one time with Mage Hand, and now he's got like every time.
Every single
He's
time.
like, I remember.
Can I do Mage Hand for
this?
And then I will mock it viciously.
I'll gladly hand over the mage. Hand it over to the Mage Hand.
I believe it'll travel 30 feet. And then if it tries to go beyond that, it'll wink out, and you'd have to recast it. So.
Yes.
Go 30 feet, buddy, and see what happens.
So you send this torch in 30 feet, and at the end, you just barely make out a masonry wall. So it's like the passage probably splits. Like the other one you were in, the passage likely splits out like that. Because the previous one you were in, there was, like 20 feet in, and there's a masonry wall, and then it...
I don't remember that, but to be fair, there were so many minions that we killed in there.
Well, there were 2 statues and then sets of stairs. Like, when I said stairs, they weren't like really, really tall stairs. They were just like little, like half stairs. It was really just about, because the people are lazy. These aren't dwarves making these tombs, which would be really nice, right? These are like lazy humans.
Like, we can roll a body down now.
We could just slide this guy on in there. That's good
Smooth
enough.
Nice.
I mean, I'll go peek. You guys want to go peek and see what horrors await us?
I will peek.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could peek here, or we can move on to the really crazy crypt, is what I'm wondering. So I'm open to either.
This one had a glyph.
Yeah, this one had a trap. Must be good.
Do we?
Pleasure.
With his 25 Arcana, does he know how long that glyph has been sitting there?
No, that's a good question.
No, you would have to cast Detect Magic.
Okay, fair enough.
And even then, it wouldn't necessarily tell you how long it's been there. I don't think 5th edition has a spell for that.
No.
That would have been Analyze Dweomer from, 3.5. But we don't have that anymore.
Sorry.
Maybe a Legend Lore spell? I think that's 7th level, so if you want to come back in 2 years...
Yeah, let's do that. Can we fight skeletons for 15 years and gain a level?
No, they're so far below your level, it wouldn't be worth any experience.
Damn it.
Do you enter the Cave of Darkness?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
Defender first, though. The Steel Defender is
Obviously, I assume you guys are avoiding the glyph, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna take up the rear.
Okay.
No, that's mine.
The rear?
No, your rear. Anyways, let's keep going.
That felt like a drunk uncle moment. Like, guess who's back? What? You're back.
Guess who's back?
All right. we've got this place contains 36 skeletons
36.
and 4 ghouls. But
Boom,
none
that's
of
a
that.
problem.
We're still not approaching your
Okay.
prowess, though, right? Like,
Okay.
like if I ran 4 ghouls against you guys, like you guys fought gas, I think previously.
Yeah.
You've also
They were a lot
leveled
worse.
since then. It's not.
I
worth,
have so many shiny silver things on my necklace. Just kidding.
I mean, you just cry. You just cry. They just shatter. You know.
Right.
A lot of fire bolts.
Xanon doesn't fail any saves this time and doesn't freeze.
Love
Yep.
it.
I'm just gonna Liu Kang take across the screen.
I got
That's all
that
you see of
reference.
me. Thanks. See, I tried.
Okay. There are. This room contains. This crypt is much more ornate. It's not as shitty as that first one.
Okay.
There's flagstone floor is more or less the same. There's still ever burning torches and things like that, but there are like small altars in here with like little offerings and things like that. There is one room that has, is that a sarcophagus? No, it's just full of offerings. There's another one of these statues though. It's almost like like the Buddha. It's in the Buddha pose where it's like cross-legged and sitting, but again, it's the robed, hooded figure, right? And there's little torches, ever-burning torches around it. So it's definitely some kind of ritual that people were doing here. Like where you go to a crypt and you might like pray in part of the crypt, and then the body's actually elsewhere. There's not a lot. There's way fewer alcoves for bodies in here. And then up several stairs. Again, these are like the real, like thin, kind of lazy stairs. There is a single sarcophagus, much more ornate. It's inlaid with bronze. It's a mixture of metal and stone.
Would like to investigate it without touching it.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
27.
It doesn't appear, there's no glyphs, you don't see any locking mechanisms. Any sort of writing on it has clearly been worn or scratched off over years and years of people coming in to loot the place.
But this remains.
Intrigue.
Kind of feel like we should leave it alone, but
outside, so not in the sarcophagus, but in various containers, and some of it just like lying on the ground on like shattered bones. Like you see a scroll, you see scattered gold pieces, you see a ring, and you see a suit of chainmail.
okay. Whatever is in the sarcophagus, I think killed whoever was here last time. That's my theory. I want to go back to the statue while these guys ruminate.
These things aren't like in one spot, right? It's not like there's a corpse with the chainmail and the ring holding a scroll. Right.
But
I'm just saying, we're here to clear corruption.
right.
I was gonna say, you know what they say, there's no I in team, but there isn't us in sarcophagus.
Okay, that took me a minute. Yes.
There's also a Gus.
That's correct.
There's also a Gus.
Do we have a Gus? Is that no? Not with us this time? No. Okay.
There's also a Vegas, which is bad.
Well, go ahead.
What did you call me?
So it doesn't look like innately magical or anything like that, right?
Nope.
I would like to cast Identify on it. I can cast it. Yes.
Do you want to cast Detect Magic before you cast Identify?
I don't have a Detect Magic.
Oh.
I have Detect Magic. I'll cast
But
it.
you know what I can do?
Or not.
Oh, yes.
Mage hand to cast
I don't have
Detect
to. It's cool.
No. I was going to say, Dylan Feldley can deliver this spell for me. I don't have to touch it through it. What are you mad about? I'm actually using the construct. Are you just mad because it
We're all
has your
gonna
name?
die. We're being silly.
I think he just doesn't like the name.
Never mind. Go on.
By Dallin
I-
Feldley.
Is Marcus Wren a ritual caster? Bards aren't ritual casters, are they?
Mm-mm.
Because that would save you a spell slot. Right.
Yeah. Go, Dareleth. No, Dullen Feldly, whatever.
I just want to know if someone's going to
cast.
I just want to know if someone's going to cast Detect Magic before Banby decides to focus on this pearl for a little bit.
What do you think, Bambi?
I mean, I think I can cast this as a ritual as well.
Okay, you can cast Identify as a ritual? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It takes 10 minutes and 6 seconds. And you touch this pearl, and then you touch the sarcophagus, or Dellen Feldly touches the sarcophagus, and you learn nothing, implying that it is not magical. Identify identifies magic items.
Right. It's a very specific function.
If an item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
So, obviously, this item is not created by a spell.
Handcrafted. Very nice.
Yeah.
So we can, like, it doesn't look like a particular kind
Artisan.
of make. Like, yeah, I mean, it's very...
it matches all this stuff matches a very specific architectural style of
some culture.
Of, like...
Something
thousands of years old humans. Not dwarves, not, like, it's not dwarves, it's not gnomes, it's not elves. It's clearly human.
A human culture. All right, well, the one last thing I wanted to do is back sort of where the, I don't know, statue, and you were saying, like, there's sort of an area in
like
front.
Altar area? Yeah,
just because it sort of looks like an area where things would be placed and there'd be rituals, like you said, right? Can I roll a religion check to see if it reminds me of anything?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Roll. You're trained, right?
Yes, that I'm trained in.
Yeah.
Only got a 14 that time, so.
I mean, it's definitely some kind of religious thing.
Yeah.
You'd be guessing.
Sure.
Right? This is pre Kelemvor, right? Because Kelemvor's only been the god of
Kelemvor.
For a few hundred years.
Yeah. There are definitely gods of death in, like, every culture, including human cultures, and they've been around way longer.
Interesting.
The face is blank. That's the hard part. Is, like, the robes, you're like, well, yeah, that could be this guy or that guy, but since the face is blank,
right,
in all these statues, either because it's worn away or they never put it. Yeah. It's like kind of impossible to know which.
But the face outside was also blank too, right? Like there's nothing in the
all
hood.
Of the statues have blank faces. Like, obviously, if it was a skeleton, you'd be like, "Oh, miracle!" Obviously, miracle, right? Because that's like the Reaper. If it was a living face, you may be like, "Well, that could be Kelemvor, that could be someone else." But also because this stuff should predate that,
Yeah. Okay. Well. No real clues, but I don't know. Do we want to mess with this sarcophagus, or do we want to?
Do you want to take the items?
I want to see. Yeah, I wanted to do that. I was going to say I would like to see what the items are.
I don't think Mage Hand can lift a chain.
It's too heavy.
Yeah, but everything else it can.
I don't want that.
The ring it can lift for sure.
Yeah, I don't care about. I don't care about the armor. I care about
10 pounds.
The armor.
I don't know. Bambi personally does not care about the armor. Bambi cares about the ring and the scroll.
Okay.
Cool.
Fair enough.
I guess you'll just ritually cast Identify.
I mean, since we're doing it.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we gotta.
The scroll is a scroll of protection from good and evil.
Cryptocurrency.
Ooh.
It seems spell plague.
Really? Oh, this is very.
So, technically speaking, it would be a scroll of protection from evil. But the way magic has changed in the time since, you'll be able to use it to cast protection from good and evil. There's 5d12. Oh, 5d12. Let me go ahead and roll that. 1, 2, 4, 5. There are 45 gold pieces scattered about. The ring is a ring of infravision, which would, in this game, work as dark vision. So it's a ring of dark vision.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's a real item in 5th edition, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's harmless.
Pretty good for anybody that can't see in the dark or can't see at all.
I mean, 5th edition does have to put a restriction on the number of magic items, right? That's the one new thing.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the Ring of Dark Vision does not
doesn't occupy. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I don't have.
I mean, that's just generally useful.
It's not it doesn't exist in 5th edition, but it will work as. So for whatever reason, these items have survived the fall of magic at least once.
This is not my area of
maybe it's like a lead-lined crypt. So it's like when the EMP for magic went off. These things. That's not.
Just like,
they closed the fridge door. Is what you're saying?
That's
Be worth a lot. Let's just say that. Okay.
oh no.
Who has dark vision? Just Bambi?
Yeah.
Dark vision is just.
You don't need that ring.
It'll give you 60-foot dark vision.
Yeah.
Can I have the
Guys,
ring?
go for it. Yeah.
I don't want it. I am not. Yeah, this is not my area of interest. I would rather leave dead things alone. So I don't want to take anything from a crypt if I can help it. So you can take it if you want.
Sure.
This isn't like a real crypt though. This is like a fake crypt.
Look, we're in the Veil of Shadows. I don't want to take anything from here. All right, this place is really messed up for me, anyway.
There's a really cool thing about Forgotten Realms D&D specifically, where people who worship Mystra, part of their job is to put magic items in dungeon to be discovered. That's a real thing.
I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't know that.
Like it's like that's freely available like information where it's like yeah, I work for this sect of Mystra worshippers who sneak into dungeons so that there will be treasure for adventurers.
That's hilarious.
That'd be a fun D&D game.
Yeah, we should get employed by Mystra. That sounds like a lot more fun.
I thought about running a game where you try to sneak into dungeons and put in treasure and leave.
We avoid the encounters so we can place. It's like, oh, look, there was a gelatinous cube down that hallway. We should put something really good
here. Start hucking coins at it as you run away.
That'd be awesome if you were like a hired group of people that just like sets up things in dungeons for other people to go into.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it'd be like working for the Easter Bunny.
It belongs in the museum. No, it belongs in the crypt.
It does belong in the crypt.
What was the ring called again?
A ring of infravision.
Infravision? Oh. Okay.
Infra. Yeah, classic.
Ooh, like infrared.
Yeah,
oh, it's
so that's literally
old. Oh, I like that reference, David. I got that.
You're actually
like first edition.
It could be like Daredevil. Give them to me.
References.
It's because creatures who have dark vision mostly have infravision. They see in the infrared spectrum. That's why when drow, or technically any elves or any creatures, when they use their dark vision, they actually emit light from their eyes and it reflects back, which is why their eyes will appear red to each other.
Oh, good grief!
But that's why Dritz is special, because his eyes are purple in both. Cool. He has purple eyes.
Damn elves! Always.
Yo, I love
Dritz, using their powers. They've got to have glowy eyes and look cool. Good grief!
Yeah.
They don't have it in D&D Beyond.
No, Eric, I'll make it.
No, he made it on.
Okay.
I took from this dungeon.
I took a first level spell scroll and stuck it in my bag and just modified it so it's protection enabled.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Before 5th edition, so just.
I don't know why they don't have that on D&D Beyond, where you have to just like
2nd edition ring.
They just have a spell scroll, level 1, level 2. I'm like, but you won't let us tell you what spell it is. It's just
you have to manually rename it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I put it in my equipment, Dave.
Anybody want this armor? Anybody want to inspect this armor? Anyone want to touch?
I'll inspect armor.
Yeah, we recently discovered monks can wear armor and use their key abilities. They just can't use their martial arts and speed ability.
Yeah, but I want to go fast.
Oh,
I'm like
son of a
hedgehog.
bitch.
Sanic. I will cast Identify on this thing.
Xanon?
It's Sanic.
Xanic.
It is chainmail +1. It's magical chainmail, which would explain why it has not withered away to nothing in this place.
You can take it and sell it. Or
it smells nice. Does anyone want this nice smelling chainmail?
It's not even elven chain. It's just like regular human magic chain.
Do you want me to? Yeah. How heavy is it?
Like 65 pounds.
Nope, I'm not carrying that.
I'll carry it.
Okay.
It could go in your bag of holding as well.
My bag of holding has 425 pounds in it right now.
This is for reagents and reagents only.
Exactly.
Awesome.
I'm gonna carry it.
Reagents and books. I have 120 years of personal journals, and I am not letting them get fucked up by this chainmail.
Somehow Xanon rolls up this chainmail, stuffs it in her back, and somehow it doesn't make any extra noise.
Interesting.
Because D&D.
Because why not?
All right, I'll have to do the... All right. Okay, sorry, go on.
Unless Derelith Fell wants to wear chainmail +1. It's heavy armor.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know if you're proficient in heavy armor.
No, I'm pretty sure you don't want anything from this crypt, so it's okay.
That's right. He doesn't want anything from the crypt.
Yeah,
That's fine.
we will sell this, so that way you don't have to get.
Oh my god, yeah, magic armor in 5th edition's worth a lot of money too.
Yeah.
All right, is there anywhere else you'd like to go? That's the end of the crypt. Oh, did you want to open the sarcophagus and find out what's inside?
No.
Do you want to open the Pez dispenser?
I mean, I definitely do. But I'm an empath, and I can sense from the group.
Nobody else wants to. Don't do what Bambi doesn't do.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Listen, Bambi's working on it. She's trying. She's trying to be considerate. To recognize that not everyone wants to touch.
It's not Bambi's fault. She has compulsions.
At least she.
Well, that's dark.
Acknowledges it.
No, like I there's nothing that really compels me to touch it besides like an overpowering urge to want to do it. But
Marcus's former role as a witch hunter also that urge wants him to open up the sarcophagus.
You guys.
But no, we're not going to do it. No, listen, Derelith, you can take. I'm small. You can pick me up, and we can just keep on walking.
Guys, I want you to know that there could be literally anything inside.
Yep, keep going.
That's the mystery, right? There could be anything. You can have the washer and dryer by Mr. Smithers, or what's in this box.
In the box. the box.
I realize he's just screwing with us, right?
Yeah, I know. It's definitely something real bad.
I mean, I know what's in there.
Never know.
I know it's in there. I would love for you to open it. I would love for that to happen.
He has lulled us into a false sense of security with all of these very easy boys.
But what if it's the source of the evil that we're looking for?
That's Eric, that's a great point, and I'd love you to continue down that line of thinking.
I know,
Eric,
Justin.
Put on the +1 chainmail before you open up that crypt. I don't care if you're proficient or not.
I'm just saying, there's no.
I can push it over with my bow staff.
I'm just saying.
This is why we have 10-foot poles.
I'm more interested in the big cave. In the big cave.
Yeah, why don't we go to the big cave and then
we can come back.
Exactly. Here's the thing: we can always come back. And maybe we can convince Derelith after we do this.
Just tip the sarcophagus on the way out.
No.
Someone kick it. Kick it with the mage.
A wall appears.
This is where the people with the double cameras can start like screwing around and making some good expressions. There we go. Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nothing in that sarcophagus of note.
Listen here.
Oh, glasses off.
I just want to note it's nothing of note on the sarcophagus.
Correct.
We don't know what's in the sarcophagus.
Eric, why don't we try glasses off, hair down, lights off?
All right, the big cave.
The big. What do you mean the big cave? There's only. You talking about this?
Sorry, the really.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Trying to hold back this feeling.
I feel like they need like a guitar riff. A guitar riff should play when you do that.
Yeah, but like a sexy '80s guitar riff, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about.
Perfect.
I know DMs are supposed to wrangle people. I don't believe in wrangling players. Let your players roam free range players.
That way, when they die, it's entirely their own fault.
That's right.
More funny.
You're going
to the big cave then.
We're going to the largest, most elaborate entrance.
All right. Your passive perception, you do not notice any glyphs this time. Weird.
Weird.
Do we smell?
Can we clear the snow in the general vicinity of where the last glyph was?
You spend some time clearing the snow. You don't see any.
Okay.
Yeah. Just no worn path of stone that's been traversed for many years.
And there's no like obvious blasted body parts laying in heaps anywhere, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing you can see.
Can we easily? Yeah. Can we easily see that head, that fallen over head?
Yeah, it's just like sitting. I think it's right here. I think this is supposed to be the head here.
So same as all the other statues, it has no face.
Correct.
Interesting. All right. Well, I feel like with bronze statues, it's unlikely the face would have worn off. I mean, this is thousands of years old, so who knows? But
oh, it definitely would have. Let me, and I will go. Like Bambi will go for several minutes to explain like how bronze decomposes generally, and like the sort of the fact that it's like very susceptible to corrosion because it's an imperfect metal, and I will continue.
I actually think bronze is perfect.
Who are you? Who are you on this adventure?
I'm a floating skull.
Ghostly boys.
We have a mirror? That's awesome. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, if I play my gnome with the gnome you're playing, we're never going to get anything done. That's just going to be really bad. Okay, so we will, I guess, approach with a torch and maybe do the same thing. Toss one in.
Mage hand?
Sure.
Mage hand.
There you go.
This tunnel goes much...
Mage hand? This is my
This tunnel goes much deeper. Much deeper.
Yeah.
Does it smell like anything? Does it smell like magic?
It's cold here. It smells like cold.
Smells like cold. I mean,
yeah.
Can I give the torch to the homunculi to go in?
I don't think the homunculus can carry it. I think that's too heavy for Kelemvor, but it is not too heavy for the steel defender.
I think what's the homunculi strength? Torches only weigh like 2 pounds, right? Pound?
Kelemvor, no, his strength is a -3. That's his strength is 4. He's got his
so he can carry like 45. He can push 45 pounds. He can definitely carry a torch if you want.
Okay, yeah. Like, listen, he's just really excited to be involved. Like, he's been on a lot of little adventures, and he's not in the bag. Because he has to go in the bag if things get dangerous, and he knows that. So he doesn't want to go in. Well, I want to protect him. I don't want to get hurt.
Not the boo bag. The
boo
bag.
I don't know if you guys read Penny Arcade like I do, but there's a classic thing about catching Pokemon, and then Tycho says something to Gabe, and then Gabe gets mad and he goes, "Do you want to go in the ball?" No. Then shut the fuck up.
Same vibes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. Like Trinket in the necklace. I don't want to go in there.
Trinket.
Yeah. He just so you know, Kelemvor also has dark vision to 60 feet and a passive perception of 14.
Oh, well, that's pretty good. He's pretty perceptive.
And and as we've established, he does not speak any languages, but he does understand the ones that I speak.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Polyglot. All right, Kelemvor scurries in. Technically doesn't breathe, but it's funnier that way.
Yeah.
It's about 50 feet in before it opens up into a chamber. And so it's very hard for you guys to make out what's down there. But he's not scared. He kind of just stands there and turns around and waits. Right. And then he waves.
Oh. Then gets eaten.
No, nothing happens to him. He just waits.
Range of touch. No, I was going to see if I had something. I thought I did. That was a range of touch, but no, I don't. So, I mean,
like quick rope trick.
I thought that I got it. That's the last thing
I was like, so much.
I'm ready. It's a rope trick.
Rope trick.
I don't think you can do that at range because the rope is a part of the material component.
You'd have to get.
It has to be in your hands.
No, but if you gave the rope to the homunculi, could it cast it using the rope?
No, when you cast a spell through your familiar homunculi or whatever, you need the components. And because the component for that spell is the rope, it would be impossible for it to have the rope for it to shoot up from that.
You know what's really weird though? It does not list the rope as a component.
Well, then I guess you can. Actually, in the casting of the spell,
but it says you have to touch a length of rope, but it does not list. It doesn't.
Is it a touch spell? Does it say touch? What's the range?
It's a touch spell. Yeah, it's
then your familiar could cast rope trick. Yeah.
if there was a rope, but there's no rope.
Weird. That's such a weird, like, okay, go over there and cast rope trick for me.
Yeah. All he needs is a powdered corn extract and a twisted loop of parchment.
Well, you need those things to cast a spell, and then they need the rope. That's interesting. That's cool. I'm going to use that one day.
You're welcome. And also, okay, I mean, Dylan Feldley is doing great, and I'm very proud of him, and I want to go give him a little high five. So yeah, I'm gonna
as you enter the there's like an antechamber here. This place is much more grand. The masonry is much nicer and is newer than the previous stuff. It's old, but it's probably only centuries old rather than like millennia old.
Does it look familiar to us? The architecture?
It's still definitely human hands.
These are your people, Marcus.
Yes.
2 ancient bronze statues. No, that's right. Inside 6 marble columns support the curved ceiling, leading to a statue depicting a barbarian warrior leaning on a 2-handed sword. The statue is greatly worn with age. 2 paths lie beyond the statue, one to an open door and the other to a dead end.
Let's go to the dead end.
Okay.
No.
Is that where we'll meet our dead end? Maybe.
If you would have said that at 11 o'clock, that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
That would
Can you hold
like, dun, 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 dun.
All right, let's wait here for 9 minutes pondering the statue.
I have an ocarina I can play.
Let's can we do a history check on that statue? Does that resemble anything that
Sure, go ahead and roll a history check.
Ooh, my history is crap. I only have a +2. Does anyone else have a better history
I only have
check?
+2.
I have a +7.
Yeah, you do.
There we go. I knew there was a nerd in the group. Nerd!
That's an 18.
Nice. Good job, nerd.
Thank you.
Appears to be some ancient barbarian warrior. There's no name given. You're not familiar with the warlords of the north.
But you know
from
who
the deep south.
Yeah, but you know what I am familiar with?
Your book?
The History of Icewind Dale, parts 1 and 2.
We're not in Icewind Dale.
The Shadow Vale, Icewind Dale, it all rhymes.
Exactly.
We don't have places that rhyme with Icewind Dale, books 1 and 2.
I don't think that's in the History of Icewind Dale books. I don't think this is...
I'm not going to assume. I don't really know what you're referencing, so you're going to have to look it up. But
I mean, quite literally, there's the book called The History of Icewind Dale in Icewind. It's a book you can pick up, and it's in Baldur's Gate and stuff like that. History of the North. History of the North.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Second book in a series of books, Northwest Fair and Temple. Where you can find that book. Interesting. History of the North, The First Flowering, History of the North Part 2, The Crown Wars, which is also about elves fighting each other. So
I never read those books if I could help it. They didn't make me and I didn't want to. Elves are stupid.
Oh, there's a history of Halrua in here as well.
Mm.
No, you don't find what you're looking for in here. It's possible, it's actually not only possible, it's likely that this area predates the founding of Icewind Dale. Because Icewind Dale is not super old. It's only a couple hundred years. Like, I think it's like 350, 400, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like 1100 DR or something like that. And we're in 1485, I think, is where we've set our tail.
Right.
So, unfortunately, no, it is not.
All right. Well, I don't know. Should we do anything strange down these 2 corridors to the side, or do we want to investigate the strange dead end in 7 minutes or so?
We can go down the dead end. I don't mind doing that. Yeah.
The left path ends with an inscription upon the wall that has long since worn with age. Your best guess is a warning against would-be grave robbers, which is the dead end. But...
Well, we're not robbing anything.
How long is this path, though? I'm trying to understand.
Like 20 feet.
Wow, so there's a whole path that leads just to a warning.
I want to roll an investigation check to see if the wall looks like it's a secret passage.
Sure. Roll investigation.
It's a 21.
Just a normal wall.
Touch every brick. Just
Totally
kidding.
normal.
Yeah. I boot every brick.
Roll a Constitution save.
I did not do that.
Breaks
Some
his foot.
Scooby-Doo shit going on, I swear.
You don't have steel-toed boots, do you?
Sure, use
I
that
have
armor.
boots of the Winterland.
Those are not steel-toed.
Yeah, they don't
You don't know that?
I do. I've seen the picture.
So the
Make the
Vinthar-
homunculi do it.
I wouldn't dare you.
The right path.
If I hear that, I'm like, don't you touch
Right
Dylan.
path.
The right path leads to an open door made of metal bars, similar to a prison cell.
And they're open? The door's open?
That's correct.
Oh, that's not good.
Spooky.
Let's go there.
All right. Maybe in 5 minutes.
Nope, let's do it now.
Before we go, I actually want to take a rubbing of the wall
Oh.
that wall that's mostly.
Me and Eric are like, what?
Yeah,
see
yeah,
if
yeah.
we can get, see if we can get
Dramatically
You can
anything.
tell it's getting late.
Oh,
definitely
I want to make a
nerdy.
rubbin too. What?
It definitely
Moderately
has.
concerned.
Your best guess is it's using the Eluskan script, which predates Common.
Mhm.
But people still speak Eluskan as well.
It's an ancient language.
But it's an ancient language in the sense that like Icelandic is very similar to like what the Vikings spoke. So they're related since they use the same like alphabet. But other than that, yeah, it's too worn to get like full letters and stuff like that. But you can see the similarities between that and Eluskan, which Eluskan is a very popular language, and a lot of people in the north still speak it.
Well, hold on to this rubbing. I will put it in my bag of holding in case, someone can read it.
Good. Nice. That's a
Do
good
you
place.
wish? Do you wish
Nothing
to
like
go?
a late night rubbing.
Yeah, we're going to approach the open door.
The room beyond is
That was
littered
just
with
for Eric.
shattered and
thank
frozen
you.
bones, scraps of fabric, armor, and other bits. Centrally located are two pools of glowing green liquid with skeletal remains of humanoids floating within. The
Sexy.
pools flank 6 steps leading to a platform supporting a pedestal, upon which a large tome is secured with a chain.
Vocal tone?
I know Dave
Nice.
do that.
Well, he's gonna stop talking and then he's gonna let us die in these fucking green pools.
You know what? I'm tired of the book puns.
Oh, are you done?
Yes.
Do
Until you get
the
closer.
do the pools of liquid look like they're alive? Like
They're not.
specific
They're not
question.
moving.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure
Okay.
it wasn't actually a creature of
Pools
some
are
sort.
alive with the souls of the dead.
All right. Sorry. Look, no, there's a lot going on in this room. Sorry. Do you mind repeating the layout of the pool? I'm a little confused by. Okay, sorry.
So, centrally,
Yeah,
there are 2 pools of green glowing liquid.
and they're just in the floor.
No, they're elevated.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like a pool. Like an above ground pool of
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
right?
Like
But instead of
Joker, would you
PVC,
fall into
it's
it?
stone.
Ah, so it's like a torture thing. Where
And
you
then
drop
in
people.
between the two, like a pair of testicles, there's a set of stairs leading up to a pedestal that rises out. And on the pedestal is a tome, or grimoire, that is bound in chains to the pedestal, securing it there.
Boogie book in the middle of a torture room, guys.
Should I use Mage Hand to get it?
No, do not.
This is scarier than the other room. We should just fucked with the
Yeah,
sarcophagus.
I kind of
The-
feel like
the
I want to go
chains-
back to the sarcophagus now.
The chains hold it to the pedestal, so you could open the book, but you could not take the book.
Mm.
So I can open the book and tear out the pages?
Do not touch the
No.
book.
Certainly try.
You gotta
So-
touch the book, Laurel?
I'm just checking, DM. If the whole party is killed, we just continue the story, but with new characters, right? Is that?
Yeah, all the gnomes come back.
What happens is you play new characters
Roll
in a new
forward.
setting, and you hear about this awful thing that happened
because they
because there
didn't
were no
know.
heroes to stop it,
Sounds good to me.
and the
Sounds
world
good
is
to me.
irrevocably changed.
That's the
Salad.
that's the group of bards, isn't it? Though.
That is that's
Probably,
Gnome
farther.
Depot, The Return.
We're
Gnome
walking-
Depot's
we're
acapella
adventuring
group.
the world to create the ultimate musical.
Yes. Yes.
You joke, but I would play that.
No,
I
that'd
play
be
the shit
amazing.
out of that.
Can we inspect these pools? Yeah, I'd like to inspect the pool.
Not without entering. The
We,
room's pretty fucked up.
we gotta be in the room to look at it, though.
Pool.
Yeah,
It's a big room. Yeah. It's a big room.
Pool.
And
Alright.
there's only those two options. We can go to the dead end, or we can go to this fucking spooky ass pool room.
Yeah, with frozen bits of shit and everything. So yeah.
Book.
He's already like casting mage hand. I can feel
There
Is that what it looks like?
There
With
is
that
an
little
area
jar?
beyond this room.
it. Mm.
Right. Okay. That's good to know.
Can you see
Well-
that? Can you see that on the owl bear? Is that what it looks like? Above the map?
Yeah, I see what you drew.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't draw a bad thing. That's what I assumed it looks like.
I'm scrolling up.
It looks okay.
I was gonna say it doesn't look bad.
I was concerned.
That's why I didn't connect everything.
Yeah. It was well done. 10 out of 10.
Is this a circle room or is it a square room?
It's oblong.
Okay.
Does before like, I guess does it have the same like? Is it made the same time? Is this an older room or is it the same?
Yeah. There is, so the last thing I'll say is there is a path to the left out of the room, there's a path to the right out of the room, and there is a path to your even more right of you. Like just adjacent to your door. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 other doors other than the door you came in out of this room.
Yeah, this does seem like this is going to be our inevitable doom room.
Oh my god, Eric. We did it together.
Remember,
Sorry, we're playing on the map.
to say the words before taking the book.
What are the words?
It's
Klaatu,
Verata-
Verata Nicto?
something.
Okay, I was hoping it was going to be that. Klaatu Verata Nicto.
All right then.
Well,
I said the words.
we'll find out what happens with the weird book and the glowing green pools and all these other rooms.
Never, because we're not touching the damn book.
All right, I don't give a shit.
I
wanna
tune in
Eric,
tomorrow,
this is when you use the other
but
camera.
It won't be tomorrow. It'll
Well,
be next
tomorrow night will be the Book of Boba Fett Part 4.
There we go.
week. Where is the book?
Is it part 4?
Tomorrow's
it feels
part,
like it's
yeah.
Yeah.
it's both part 4 and part 1 still because what the fuck is this show?
Amazing.
We
It's,
don't know.
it is. It's amazing. You should come and watch with us as we flow, as our
Oh,
minds go.
Ding.
It's fine. The
Hilarious.
show's fine.
I like it a lot.
Well,
What is it?
that was fun, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
We're happy to be back.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Did you just
Stay
open your
safe out
shirt to
there.
close the show?
I didn't mean to, but yes. I did not mean to, but yes. I am
She's
fully
like,
dressed under here too,
"Camera's
which is
off."
the
I like
worst.
your judgment look. That's very good. There we go. There's the finger wag. Perfect.
Bye.
Close up
They
finger
can't
wag.
see it. It's fine.
Goodbye.